Women's health care has never been more in the spotlight than it is right now, following the U.S. Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade.
Even before the ruling, women in Maine have been calling attention to a subject they say needs more focus: postpartum mood disorders. Chris Costa has been looking into this and joins us now with more. Hi, Chris.
Well, Pat and Amanda, earlier this month, the Mills administration announced an extension to postpartum care for moms on Maine Care that starts on August 1st. Now, it extends Maine Care coverage for services like recovery, follow-up, and mental health care from 2 months to 12 months after a baby is born. New moms tell me it's better late than never, and they feel some doctors do not give enough attention to postpartum depression and anxiety, making it easy for some moms to slip through the cracks.
That had been building for months and months and had gone unseen.
No.
Sometimes caring for a young kid
It's a train.
can just drive you crazy.
Kids are wonderful, but they're hard too.
Add to that the landslide of emotions of being a brand new parent. Joy is expected, but not always what shows up.
I just thought it was normal. Normal postpartum hormones, the baby blues, if you will.
Kristen Mastrufis is a mom to 3-month-old Louie and 3-year-old Joe. With Joe, she felt the healthcare professionals missed a very important diagnosis.
I didn't realize that it was actually postpartum depression manifesting as anxiety. Only in hindsight can I go back and label it with those terms, because at no point in my postpartum journey did I have a care provider who was able to name it for me.
Nearly all moms who go to an OB/GYN or pediatrician get a depression screening like this. It asks the new parent to answer a series of questions about their mental health. Moms like Kristen feel this questionnaire alone is not enough.
And that questionnaire is the only time that was spent on my mental health from my care providers, either time.
A debilitating anxiety that caused her to stop going places. She says it all stemmed from a lack of care that prevented her from fully connecting with her firstborn son.
And I think there's still some guilt I hold on to about that feeling.
She's gonna give us a big stretch.
With Louie, she took a different approach. She worked with an independent pediatrician, knowing she needed more support.
When those needs are not met, they tend to amplify and worsen. And then when things go into crisis, that is the only time they get addressed. And it's hard to be aware of a problem if you're not checking for it. It falls through the cracks. It's kind of there in word only, but not in spirit.
Dr. Allie Kopelman says providers need to give more attention to new parents' mental health. Data from Postpartum Support International show about 1 in 7 women report experiencing postpartum mood disorders. Dr. Kopelman says that number doesn't even scratch the surface.
And it's so common and it's so present, but it's something that's never seen. Nobody wants to ask for help, especially women who feel like they can and should do everything, and if they're not doing everything, there's something wrong.
So there's stigma so much around, I'm going to be judged as a bad mom, versus it's so common, but not many people talk about it.
Dr. Quinn Morehouse is a clinical psychologist in Cape Elizabeth. She says some stress or sadness after childbirth is normal, but when that anxiety or depression interferes with normal activities, it indicates a parent needs more support.
It starts with the medical provider, because not everyone, when they're pregnant, has a mental health provider. And it's a mental health issue.
She says parents who start therapy and have a support plan in place before birth tend to have an easier time.
Do you feel like these new parents are going to have to self-advocate?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely, to self-advocate. But also recognize that it can be slow, but with help, things do get better. This isn't for forever.
Kristen says sharing her experience takes power away from those overwhelming feelings.
If our bucket is empty, if I have nothing left to give, like, I can't give. If I don't have any oxygen to breathe, like, my time is so finite before I'm gonna be in such a deficit that it's not just detrimental to me, it becomes detrimental to the small humans whose lives I'm responsible for.
So Postpartum Support International has tons of resources on its website, including a call and text hotline. And the number for that is 1-800-944 4773. Now, Kristen, that mom you heard from, also runs a support group for new moms at her gym in Portland. We're going to link those resources on this article on our website. And Pat and Amanda, we also included an extended interview with Dr. Morehouse on our YouTube channel. She and I talked a lot about how partners can help their partners who are those new mothers, what to look for, how to be there, how to guide them through that process and out the other side.
Such
Thank you for
important
looking into this,
conversation.
Chris.